wrong if you think that the joy of life comes principally from human relationships. God's placed it all around us. It's in everything, in anything we can experience. People just need to change the way they look at those things.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I got a quick message for y'all. Listen, man, don't worry about how other people assessing you, okay? What you need to be worried about is assessing yourself. You need to be out here making sure that you on top of your shit. You know what I mean? Don't worry about other people, you know, how they look at you and how they, you know what I mean, view you and the shit that they got to say and how they assessing your whole shit that you got going, man. Listen, you should be out here assessing yourself already. You know what I mean? We got to continue to look in the mirror. You know, we got to continue to look in the mirror and face ourselves. We know what we need to do out here. You know what I mean? At this point, we know right from wrong. At this point, we know right from wrong. It's one thing to start a journey and be ignorant to the things that we were ignorant to. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of that shit, you know, we gonna accept it. We gonna take that on the chin, but we gonna learn from it. We gonna learn from it, man, because there's a lot of lost people out here and they ain't learning from nothing. So guess what? We gonna continue to assess ourselves. You know what I mean? For y'all that don't know what assess is, that's evaluate. You know what I mean? Test. You know what I mean? When you got an assessment test, that's just to see where you at. So we gonna see and make sure that we on top of our shit. You know what I mean? We need to see where we at on a daily. We need to continue to look into these lenses, look into these mirrors, look through these eyes. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. And then we start fixing what we need to fix. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, we like to keep our eyes on a lot of other things instead of what we need to, and that's ourselves. You know, we looking at all this other shit. We looking at everything else that's going on, and I understand. And, you know, I'm not here to criticize you for that. You know what I mean? I be keeping my eyes on certain shit too, and then I had to check myself and, you know, vamp out. I got to get off of it. You know what I mean? You know what it is, all these distractions with social media and all that stuff. Listen, it's there for a reason. But like I said, though, you know, they doing a lot of shit under our noses trying to keep us entertained. You know what I mean? Kind of like Gladiator had threw that sword at the motherfuckers after he killed them all, after he killed everybody. Y'all seen the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe? After he killed everybody that was in that motherfucking arena with him, he threw the sword, chucked the sword up top and said, I do not fucking entertain. So are you entertained? You know what I'm saying? Are you entertained? Because guess what? That's what they used to do back then. They used to keep the people all entertained, and they entertained by all this blood and gore and shit. And meanwhile, they wasn't fed. They wasn't getting treated right. They was passing laws and doing all of this other backdoor shit while they entertained by blood and, you know, keeping them entertained by all of that shit down there. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow that shit. We need to focus on ourselves. If we can't control what's going on Capitol Hill and all that other shit that they got going, we need to control ourselves and making sure that we ready at all times. We need to make sure that we got our mental right. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that we know what the fuck going on in our bodies at the end of the day. So we need to stay on top of that more than anything. More than anything. That's one thing. That's the main control you have. The main control you have is the one over yourself. You can't control everything that everybody else doing. You can't control and worry about them motherfuckers over there. You can't worry about what's going on. You can't worry about all that extra shit. You worry about yourself. You in control of yourself. At the end of the day, I don't care how anybody else say this shit. I don't care how anybody else, what excuses they have and all this other shit. Listen, at the end of the day, we in control of ourselves. So we need to maintain ourselves and continue to look in that mirror and continue to make our corrections and embrace our faults. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you come to odds with that and you start working on that, the better you'll get. But if you stay in denial, you don't want to look at yourself, you don't want to view yourself in the mirror and try to assess these things, then guess what? It'll never get fixed. It'll never get fixed. You know what I'm saying? So we need to focus on ourselves, focus on our environment, focus on our eyes and the shit that we watching and putting in our minds. You know what I'm saying? So control what's in your space. You know what I mean? You got a family. Make sure y'all intact. Make sure all y'all shit is together. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all is one unit and y'all together and that y'all walking on the same path, man. Everybody can't be on different paths. You make sure your unit is solid. You know what I mean? When you watch these war movies and shit like that, you see them all marching accordingly going in the same direction. Hell, even in fucking, they fucking steps is synced. You know what I mean? It's synced together. They all even going left, right, all going on the same path and the same movements and everything. Everything is synced. So you got to be synced with your family. You know what I mean? Y'all should be one. You know what I mean? So make sure you got that in order. You know? Don't worry about all that extra shit, man. Because as soon as you start sticking your nose where it don't belong, that's how you end up in shit that you didn't belong in. You know what I mean? And that's just facts, man. But listen, become accustomed to looking in the mirror. I know hey, sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't. You know, I don't feel myself that day. I be like, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, you ever just look at yourself, you just one of those days. You don't like how your face look. You just not in a good mood. You know what I mean? Your energy low, your vibration low, and you just wondering what the hell. And then as you get moving, you know what I mean, you start to feel better. Your levels start going up. But some days you gonna have those days, man. You just gonna you gonna look in that mirror, you gonna be like, I don't even like this. I'm just not feeling this shit today. You know, sometimes you're not going to view yourself, you know, as high as you do on other days. And that's normal. That's normal. A lot of people won't say it, but that's normal. Not every day you just going to be looking in the mirror all cheesy and shit and telling yourself that you the fucking man. It ain't going to be like that all the time. Some days you might be disgusted in yourself. You know what I mean? Some days you ain't you know what I mean? Your pores gonna be open. You got a bump here, a bump there. You ain't gonna like your smile. Listen, everybody got days like that. You know, that's a part of the assessment, man. Is dealing with that. Dealing with that and keeping it moving. Dealing with that and keeping it moving. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that you don't love yourself. That don't mean that you don't love yourself. You're just not feeling yourself on that day. That's okay. That don't mean you gonna go do something crazy or anything, or you just gonna go on a downhill spiral. It's just that day you just not liking what you seeing. Period. You still love yourself. You still gonna go about your day, and guess what? You know what I mean? Something gonna happen. You know what I mean? Or like I said, your levels just go up and you feeling better. Like, okay, it ain't that bad. You know, I just was having a little shitty day. I was just having a shitty morning. You know, I just was not liking what I was seeing in myself. It's okay. It's okay. Just know that. As long as you continuing to evaluate yourself and work on yourself, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And yeah, some of y'all gonna say it sounds easier said than done. But guess what? You'll be so surprised how many people is so ashamed that they won't even look at themselves in the mirror. And then when they do, they don't care what they see. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror and not even caring about your reflection? Not even giving a damn about your reflection, bro. You'll be surprised how many people don't even give a damn about their reflection. So guess what? They going out of the house looking like anything. You know what I mean? Won't brush their teeth, won't wash their face. They got crusty eyes, you little snot, little drool over here, earwax build up, nappy ass motherfucking head, all of that shit. Clothes dirty, nigga. They don't listen, man. Cleanliness is next to godliness, man. You could look at people now. Look at this. Look in this camera, look in this screen, and tell me that y'all ain't never seen a person, right? Y'all ain't never seen a person and you couldn't look at him and tell that he don't care about himself. I done seen plenty of people like that. And you know how? Because they came out of the house looking like anything. You know what I mean? Not no person that has a relationship with the Most High, not no person that cares about themselves will ever leave a house looking like anything and not caring about their appearance and making sure that they up to par with themselves. Man, listen, I don't care what y'all say. I've seen plenty of people and you could look at them and tell like, okay, they don't love themselves. They don't love themselves. Look how they stepped out the house looking. Now, I'm not judging, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I could never do that. I could never do that. I got too much respect for myself to enter out in the public looking like any old thing. You know what I'm saying? Just messed up out here. Just, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't care what y'all say, man. That we've all seen people carry themselves like that, and all of us thought like, damn, that's crazy. I could never step out of the house like that. You know what I'm saying? I got way too much respect for myself, man, to do something like that, to step out looking any old type of way. Man, I still love myself. F that. So continue to look in the mirror, continue to work on yourself, and continue to grow and shine, man. Everything gonna be all right? My name Jason, it's Sinn-Take. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Deuces. First, I'ma get on my grind. Then second, stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get